So I'm just sitting in my massage chair and thinking about reading some more of this book with you all. It's called What to Do When You Don't Know What to Do. When you feel like, oh, everything's at an end of your life. Um, we're on chapter 5. Give me a second. Hello. Hi, Daniel. How are you? Own your faults and weaknesses. All of us play the blame game. We inherited this fault from Adam, who pointed the finger of blame at Eve, who in turn blamed the devil. See Genesis 3:11 to 13. Perhaps your eagerness to shirk blame has caused some problems in your life and relationships too. Our fifth principle for fighting God's way is that you take responsibility for your life, own up to your faults, and accept blame where it is justified. Oh, thank you for the hearts. Thank you. Keep it going. I love it. Thank you. So many hearts. Thank you. This book is called What to Do When You Don't Know What to Do. Thank you for joining my stream. You guys, this week has been crazy. Super crazy. Just don't know what to do. My new car broke down. I just got it in January. And I'm scared. Let's keep reading this. This principle means that your life, the book stops here with you. Whatever you need in life, like paying the bills, with broke down car, whatever you desire to happen, or whatever problem you try to solve, you are responsible for it. You need to step up to the plate and take charge. I mean, I just bought tags for the new car and my other car for a year, and guys, I'm just freak out. Freak out. Oh, Daryl. Thank you, Latin Pop. Oh, Daryl. I'm sorry to hear that, Latin Pop. I used to be homeless too. Yeah, I'm so sorry. Hopefully reading this book will help both of our spirits cheer up. Like, I live next to a bar and it's so loud. The music just makes my walls buzz, and I have to stay awake until 3 a.m. Man. Whatever you desire to happen, or whatever problem you try to solve, you are responsible for it. You need to step up to the plate and take charge. It's your job to call on God to make a way where you need a way. It's your job to do what He gives you to do. And it's your job to accept the blame when you fail. I feel like I failed as a mom. I wasn't really given the opportunity to be a mom. And I feel really bad for my oldest son right now. He just fucking up his life. He just got out of rehab after spending months in jail. You would think he would get over the withdrawals of drugs. Every opportunity I get to talk to him, I tell him, I encourage him. He's going to do great when he gets out finally. And I believe in him. He's going to stay on the right path. And it's just a repeated cycle. Don't know what to do. What to do when you don't know what to do. You gotta pray to God. You have to. Oh, Daryl. Where are you from again, Daryl? Oh, thank you, Daryl. I'm worried about my son. He doesn't have a phone. He just got out of rehab a couple days ago. And he was supposed to stay with his girlfriend. And I'm so thankful the girlfriend texted me, let me know. She found out he went back to drugs, just like that. You would think rehab would teach you the skills to stay away from going back. So he skipped his PO, of course, and he's probably going to go to prison now when they catch him. It just totally sucks for him. Canada. Yeah. Yeah, I'm in Ohio. I'm really sad my car broke down. I have my backup car, but it's supposed to be used for short drives, not on the highway. West Edmonton Mall. Huh. I'm just worried. I'm trying to find another job to work at and can't do that without a decent vehicle. Can't even do like DoorDash or anything right now. It's scared. I wish I used to live by the Dayton Mall. I wish I lived out there because there was just jobs everywhere in that area. Over here, it's a freaking strip bar or gas station. And I already tried working at that gas station. Guys, I know, it's hard. Pray to God, he's going to help me through this hard time. He is. The Apostle Paul wrote, "Continue to work out your salvation with fear and trembling, for it is God who works in you to will and to act accordingly to his good purpose." Philippians 2:12-13. Now that God has saved you, it is your responsibility to live a life which reflects him and his principles. But notice that you are not alone in your efforts. God is there with you, empowering you to do what achieves his ends, And it is this partnership, you doing your part and God doing his part, that will help you discover God's way for you. Yep, God helps you through it though. Just have faith and believe. Hi, Vation 3rd Gen X Garage. Oh, hi, Vanessa. Thank you for the kind compliment. Guys. I could totally live a life without a car. And save money, not having to pay car insurance, car tags, all of that. I wish I could live a life where I didn't have to drive anywhere, just walk to work. That would be great. That would be awesome. Okay, let's keep reading. When it's not your fault, some of the problems we face are not our own doing. We are the innocent bystanders caught in the crossfire. A competent, hard-working man is laid off because the economy turns sour. A devoted wife endures a miserable life because of her deadbeat, controlling husband. Unfortunately, this is one of the tragic realities of living in a fallen world. Those who live responsibly still get wounded. Sometimes we have to take responsibility for situations that are not our fault. The man who is unfairly laid off may grouse about it and claim that the world owes him a job. They won't get him anywhere. He has to own up to the situation and start looking for another job. The unhappy wife may think she is justified in putting her life away. It won't make her any happier. She has to take responsibility for her situation and seek marriage counseling, whether her husband joins her or not. I've been married, divorced twice, so whew. I feel bad for wives that have to deal with abusive husbands. I mostly dealt with cheating husbands. Cheating with my mom. What do I do for work? I make pizza. Hello, Andulzum. How are you? I'm sorry to hear that, Vation 3rd Gen X Garage. Yeah, being cheated on sucks. But we get through it, and just have to let go and let God handle it. That's all we can do. Let's keep reading. Sometimes we have to take responsibility for situations that are not our fault. A man who is unfairly laid off may grouse. Oh, we just read that. Determining who is at fault in your situation isn't nearly as important as determining who will do something about it. The latter who is you. Whether you are fully to blame, partially to blame, or free of blame for the problems you face doesn't matter. What matters is taking ownership through God's strength and wisdom to do something about it. As you do, God will make a way. How to take charge. The reverse side of assigning blame is taking ownership. When we take ownership for what happens in our lives, we are empowered to make changes. Ownership frees us to do something, make plans, tackle hurtful situations, and right wrongs. People who take charge of their lives are active people with real initiative. Ownership also provides freedom. You are no longer a slave to the past, to false hopes, to wishing someone else would change, or to discouragement and passivity. You are free to take risks and to test drive some possible solutions. Yeah, excuse me. Life goes on. It sure does. Yeah. Here are a number of areas where you can begin taking responsibility for your life. As you work with God in taking charge, you will find His way out of your difficult situation. 1. Your own happiness. Ask God to help you take ownership for whatever pain or discomfort you are experiencing. Then ask Him to help you find relief. 2. Specific issues. Determine the root cause of your problem. Is it a relationship disconnect, a faith journey, a job issue, or a habit that won't go away? 3. Needed resources. You must lead the way in digging up the resources you need to solve your problem. Gather all the help, support, comfort, and advice you can find. Call around to find people who have answers and encouragement. 4. Weakness and obstacles. Identify the areas where you don't have the strength you need to meet the challenge. Then begin to develop those areas. 5. Accountability. Submit yourself to a few people who will help keep you on a task with your project of resolving a relationship issue, losing weight, finding a career, etc. Support team. Seek out friends who are full of compassion and comfort, but who will not let you shirk your responsibility for taking the next step in resolving your issues. Last, one day at a time. Address the issues of today rather than obsessing about yesterday or hoping for rescue tomorrow. People who take charge of their lives know how to live in the present because it's all they have to work with. The blessings of taking charge. Just take charge. Will I be your wife? Aw, it's so sweet to ask me that. Thank you, Ken. Hi, Johnny. Thank you. I'm not feeling very beautiful right now, but thank you. I just been kind of sad all day, really. Been sad about my about my son, repeating the cycle. Maybe it takes one more time for him to be locked up to actually realize, hey, this is not the life he wants to live. Take one more time. I'm hoping right now he's not out there getting himself hurt. We're almost done with this video. Almost done. Let's keep reading. The blessings of taking charge. Rob and Sharon are a good example of what can happen when you take responsibility for your own life. When Sharon came to me, John, to tell me Rob had left her, she was in shock. She had no clue about what to do next or where to turn. Should she call Rob and try to reconcile? Should she get an attorney? What could she tell the children? I consoled her and prayed with her, but I offered no advice at the time. In her despair, Sharon made the right call. She reached out to the God she loved and trusted, the one she needed more than ever before. Sharon prayed and simply asked God for help. Nothing happened right away, but Sharon kept praying and trusting and listening for God's direction. It was as if God was allowing her time to deeply own her plea and her heart's desires. In a few days, something did begin to happen. Sharon felt something churning in her heart. As she explained it to me later, her feelings toward Rob began to change. Instead of feeling her usual disappointment and hurt about being abandoned by her husband, she felt something of the pain she had caused him. She recalled conversations with Rob, which she had previously cited as examples of his failure. Now she remembered how she had unfairly blamed him while glossing over her part in the problem. She recalled one night with Rob was struggling under the weight of job stress. In a rare moment of vulnerability, he had asked Sharon just to hold him for a few moments before they went to sleep. Sharon had been so angry at him that she said, maybe if you handle your job better, you wouldn't need to be cuddled like a little boy. Then she turned her back to him and went to sleep. God continued to open up Sharon's heart for several days. She was heartbroken at what she discovered. She could not believe how hurtful she had been. At the same time, she was gaining a deeper sense of appreciation and love for Rob. As she took ownership for her share of their problems, it seemed she could see more clearly his positive qualities, those elements of his character that drew her to him in the first place. Aww, that's so sweet. Then Sharon knew what she had to do. She sensed that she had to make things right between her and Rob. So she called him and they met. She told him that what had happened to her and how God was working in her heart. Then she sincerely apologized for many years of heaping blame on him while shirking the blame herself. It was the most difficult conversation she had ever had in her life. Rob was stunned. He had come geared up for more of her anger and blaming. When he realized that Sharon was sincerely penitent, he began to open up his heart to her. They continued to talk and set things straight. Within a few days, Rob was back home. But the happy ending doesn't end there. God led Sharon into another level of ownership. Having owned up to the pain she had caused Rob, she now began to take responsibility for the patterns in her life which had caused him pain. Sharon took charge of her disorganization, self-centeredness, unrealistic expectations of Rob, and defensiveness. As she did, God made a way for her by melting her heart and maturing her in these areas. Rob was so impressed with Sharon's turnaround that he took charge of his own actions and responses. He began opening up to Sharon instead of retreating and shutting down. He talked to her about his problems and apologized when he let her down. Today they rejoiced that God made a way for them through the despair of their blame and separation. God could have sent an angel to Sharon and told her exactly what to do, but he didn't. Instead, over a period of time, God softened and healed Sharon's and Rob's hearts. It serves to remind us that we cannot predict what God's way will be. His plan and purpose for us cannot be reduced to a formula. The way he makes for us in his way, not ours. Our role is to seek him, take charge of our own circumstances, and trust him to do what only he can do. Aww. We'll continue on chapter 6 next time. Thanks all for letting me read chapter 5. So I have a game plan. I am going to look for a job that's like walking distance. I think the closest job that's walking distance to me is probably a half-hour walk, maybe 40-minute walk. I don't know. I'm going to time myself tomorrow. It's supposed to be 40 something degrees tomorrow. And time myself how long it takes to walk to the nearest store, besides the one over here I try to work at. And gosh, I really wish I had a car that works, that wasn't broke down. It's the transmission that slipped, I guess. Just paid a lot of money for that car too. And just paid for my tags. I'm just I'm stuck out in farmland. It's just terrible. I need to call that HUD housing and see. I've been on that waiting list for 7 years, and I wish I could live there right now. There's so many job places around there to go work at. Mm. Owning up to accountability. I have to just find a walking distance job. That's all. I have to cancel my yoga classes. Life changes when you don't have a car. It really does. It changes you. Shoot, I feel bad when people's cars get stolen. It's like there's a lot of those crimes that go around in Ohio. It's a sad world we live in. 40, that's bikini weather. Maybe during the daytime when the sun's shining. Yeah. I couldn't go to the store today. I needed to buy some more yarn. Here's where I'm at on the latest project. Mm-hmm. Hello, everybody. Welcome. Thank you for joining my channel. I'm just over here wondering what to do when you don't know what to do. can't wait for warm summer nights. It's coming so close. We'll be outside exercising. Well, I hope you all are having a good day. I need prayers, please. Thank you. And prayers for my family. And tomorrow's going to be a better day. It's going to be a better day tomorrow. I'm going to go ahead and sign off. Hope you guys join me tomorrow. My live stream, I'll be back. We're going to work out somehow, some way. Weight loss journey. Woohoo! But hi, Lourdes. How are you? My room is feeling really warm in here. I need to go outside for a walk. I need to change into some pants, and I need to go for a walk. I feel tired too. I look tired, don't I? Yeah. But yeah, I'm gonna get ready and just settle in for the night. You all take care, okay? Thank you again for joining my stream. See you soon on the next live. Bye. YouTube love you all. Mwah.